Molly, I'm sweating. Hey, what's up family? It's Nick Wright here on Nick Wright Bodybuilding, and tonight, alcohol and bodybuilding. Can they coexist, and if so, what are the consequences? Ow. Check this out, when I first started studying this subject, in fact when I first began competing 7 years ago in natural bodybuilding as a young teenager, began researching nutrition, biomechanics, physiology, taking my ISSA courses, all that fun stuff, I remember the most confusing and grueling subject was alcohol and bodybuilding. Because when you go to look it up, it's like the only subject that only hits you with a bunch of bombastic scientific gibberish, leaving you either more confused than you were before, or leaving you totally terrified of alcohol. So once you start looking into the forums and trying to get answers from other people who have studied it, then you start getting a bunch of lies, where you start getting a bunch of false information. There are so many things alcohol supposedly does to your body that make you want to stay away from it that just aren't true. So in this video, I'm gonna keep it real, short, and sweet. No scientific talk at all. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. What alcohol does, what it actually is proven to do, and I'm gonna list exactly how you can balance it out to give you an idea of just how serious it is. Keep in mind, the examples I'm going to use are based on healthy, moderate, responsible drinking. As in, if you want to have some drinks on the weekends, if you have a Thirsty Thursday thrown in there, you like having a couple of beers at night when you get home from work, that's what I'm talking about. If you drink heavily and excessively, then you have alcoholism and you need to go to an AA meeting. 1. Micronutrients will take a hit. That is proven. Your vitamins and your minerals, the absorption and breakdown of your vitamins and minerals does get inhibited with alcohol. Now keep in mind, this is with excessive alcohol. So if you're having it here and there, you're really not going to be in too much trouble. How do you balance this out? Simply keep a nice balanced meal going. If you need to, take an extra vitamin, a multivitamin. Keep in mind guys, the plus side to this is vitamins and minerals are your micronutrients. Micro meaning small. Your body needs the least amount of it to pass. As opposed to your macronutrients, protein, fat, and carbs, you need a lot of those to survive every day. You only need so many vitamins and minerals every single day, so it's really not hard to make your quota day to day. Keep that balanced meal in check, take an extra multivitamin. You're bound to get your vitamins and minerals in. However, do keep in mind that excessive drinking will continue to hinder that vitamin mineral absorption. This is why alcoholics tend to have health issues. 2, it will inhibit overall breakdown of your nutrients, period. Not just micronutrients, but even some of your macronutrients, specifically protein, as it inhibits protein synthesis. And we all know protein synthesis is the base of muscle recovery. So excessive drinking can actually put a damper on your muscle recovery, can slow it down and inhibit it a little bit more. So obviously the more you drink, the more that's going to take a hit. 3, dehydration. Alcohol will cause severe dehydration. In fact, half the times you wake up the next morning feeling like garbage. You think you're hungover, but yet you realize after you go to the sink and you chug some water for like an hour, you don't feel that bad anymore. That's because you weren't fully hungover. Now if you puke and you black out, that's alcohol poisoning. You literally just poison yourself. So that's going to take a while to rub off. But anytime you have that yucky feeling that goes away after drinking some water, it's just because you are severely dehydrated. That hot feeling you get in your face, that dry tongue, that sore throat, that bleh feeling you wake up with, that's dehydration. Now, that sounds as simple as, oh crap, I have cotton mouth. The thing you have to keep in mind when it comes to muscle function is your muscles consist of 75% water. So when you dehydrate yourself, it's going to dehydrate your intracellular water, and it's going to actually have a pretty big negative effect on your overall performance in the gym. It's something that happens gradually and slowly, so you're not going to just notice it night and day and be able to go, oh hey, I got to stop drinking. But you will notice that after consistently drinking, say every single night, your gym performance isn't going to be at its best. And on top of that, your protein synthesis is hindered, so your muscle recovery is not going to be that great either. And then you're not getting all your micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals. So basically you're not going to be getting the most out of your gym workouts in a worst case scenario, and you're not going to be getting optimal recovery and growing muscle at best either. Those are the first 3 things that alcohol definitely does. Slows down vitamins and minerals, messes with protein synthesis and muscle recovery, and long term, if you don't stay hydrated, it can hinder your muscle performance since muscles rely on 75% water. What can we do about this? First things first, I can't stress this word enough, Moderation. Drink in moderation. Don't drink every single night and don't drink super heavily. If you do drink every single night, like you like to have a beer or two after work, that's fine. Just make sure you put the extra effort in to compensate it with a good, healthy diet and plenty of water. Take an extra multivitamin if you need to, if you insist on drinking more than the average. Will alcohol make me fat? Well, yeah, if you drink a lot of it, but the same way cake or sugar will make you fat simply by exceeding your calories. I know all of the statements about how it is digested, how the liver handles it, the oxidation process, everything. I understand that alcohol is also metabolized first, yada, yada, yada. Fat gets stored, carbs get stored. You hear all the scientific spiel, but again, all that equates to is if you are in a calorie deficit, you will continue to burn fat, or you at least won't gain fat. If you taken enough alcohol that it bumps past your calorie surplus, then yes, you are going to gain fat, and that process will be there to make sure it happens. But it's really as simple as this. Alcohol is a macronutrient. It is its own macronutrient. It is not a carbohydrate. 1 gram of carbs is worth 4 calories. 1 gram of alcohol is worth 7 calories. It's almost a fat gram, which is 9 calories. So just keep that in mind. 1 gram of alcohol, 7 calories. Know where your calories are at. If you exceed that maintenance with the alcohol, then yes, you will gain fat. But it's no more intricate than that. Fit it into your macros or don't. Finally, the big question of the year when it comes to alcohol and bodybuilding. It's testosterone. Will it affect your testosterone? Now, studies have found that alcohol will decrease male testosterone and increase estrogen levels. Not good, right? Now, hold up. Although that's been found in studies, for the average Joe, any negative effect that it does have on your testosterone and estrogen levels is so minor, it's going to do absolutely nothing to you. Zero, zip, nada, squat, diddly. It's going to have zero effect on anybody. If you're talking about just regular average levels of drinking here and a healthy diet to go along with it, it will have zero effect on your overall testosterone. Not to say it won't fluctuate a little bit, but you guys have to understand testosterone needs a lot of change to actually make any real difference in your body. For example, testosterone boosters boost your testosterone maybe like 40%. You need to boost it at least 200% for you to see any anabolic improvement at all. Hence why steroids jack your testosterone up and test boosters do absolutely nothing. This is also the reason why you can have carbs at night despite the whole insulin GH mess that everyone worries about, because any fluctuation in your hormones from carbs is not enough to do anything at all. And that's the same with alcohol. The studies showed that in realistic moderate amounts of alcohol based with a normal healthy active diet, any fluctuation in hormones at all is non-existent. It's insignificant. So don't worry about it. What you do want to worry about is the first three we discussed.